Hello again, friends, and welcome inside, at least for me, Ben Garrett at Spirit on Twitter, the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, and affiliate of On 3, the Riverland Roofing Studios New Albany branch. Riverland Roofing for all your roofing needs, 662-644-4297. It's Riverland Roofing who power a lot of what we do here, not only at Talk of Champions, but also for Mudcat Media and Knox Kiffin, who's my guest today. He has his own podcast he's launched, even though we're still trying to work out the logistics and get things going. Under the Lights with Knox Kiffin, that he'll be doing pretty much every week. Today, we just kind of do a joint thing where we talk about a big game for Knox on Friday, how things are going, this, that, and the other. But I wanted to thank Riverland first. Also, B&A Bank. Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group. So many have poured so much into us. And for the last handful of weeks, y'all know what's been going on. It's been an incredible show of the Ole Miss community's tight-knitness and how much y'all give a crap about your people. So thank you and thank them. Knox, how you doing today, man? What's going on?
Good. I'm good. What about you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Knox asked about how Ben was doing. How sweet. First of all, before we get going, who did the painting behind you?
His name's Art by Keyshawn on Instagram.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was me at my old school, my freshman year.
All right, so are you still wearing the same number you did back in your freshman year in California?
I wore 6. They gave me 16, but I'm wearing 13 this year.
Right, I knew you were wearing 13 at Oxford High. Did you choose that one, or was it assigned to you?
I did not. I got here late, so they just assigned me it, but I'm okay with that. I like the number.
Let's get into it real quick. Your football game last week, it was a pretty memorable day for you. Your dad was in Athens, obviously, with Ole Miss, who traveled to Georgia, but he got to see it. Obviously, you're coming in a tough situation, starting quarterback, dealing with some injury stuff, some concussion symptoms. You get in there and you're trailing. What was it like to get in there and rally Oxford High to an overtime win over Germantown? Are you still on cloud 9? Are you still riding that high right now?
No, I think I chilled out a little bit, but because we got a game on Friday that I'm getting prepared for. But it was just, I was a little bit shaky at first, but I feel like once I got that first completion down, it's like, all right, I'm in the groove. Let's go score. Then when we scored, I was like, all right, let's go win this game, And I think like Coach Cut had me prepared for like if I were to go in, like I was perfectly prepared to.
For you, are you going to start this weekend? Do you know? Has Cut said anything?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
You're starting this week, true sophomore. What is the preparation like for you? It's easy to make the comparison of, well, Lane Kiffin, who's already a quarterback guru, might be in Knox's ear a little bit about prep, but you've got your own process. What is the preparation week like for you?
I've been just watching a lot of film on Huddle, just like all the teams they play each game, just breaking down the coverages. And, we have meetings with our coaches, and I think I just really like to lock in during those meetings, just take like all I can take, so I'm just ready. And I've just had a good week of practice. I feel like just throwing the ball wise, and yeah.
What has the practice week been like? I mean, what's it like to be training as the starter and all that kind of stuff? Because before now it was you were deferring, right? But now you're the person that has to take the snaps and do all those things. What's that been like, and what's been the team wide response to you and your ability to not only lead not Ole Miss, but Oxford High to an overtime win over Germantown, but also lead this team into another game this weekend?
Yeah, I think it feels awesome just to go out there and that you're the one and like you're just getting the 1 reps. But I think I'm just going to keep the same mindset of like just keep working, just act like I'm in the same spot, like don't give up, don't get complacent. And I think the team kind of on Germantown, when we played them, I brought the energy. I think I kind of like when I went into the game, we scored, we got everybody's energy went back up. So I feel like once that happened, we were just so locked in to win that we had so much energy that when they missed that kick and we went into overtime, I think it was over from there.
See, the weirdest thing for me is like Knox is about the age of my oldest daughter, Gracie. He's 14, 15, and, Gracie's 13. So I felt more like a proud, not dad or family member, but like a proud friend group fan. You know what I mean? Because Knox throwing it to Kevin Smith Jr. a couple of weeks after y'all sat down at the Riverland Roofing Studios in Oxford and talked about y'all's blossoming football careers. What's your relationship like with Kevin Smith Jr.? We've taught y'all did a full podcast together and stuff, but did that relationship, however close it was, because in my experience with it. Y'all seem like pretty tight friends and everything. But how did that bleed on to allowing you to settle in and make a big throw in tough circumstances, right? The on-field chemistry as blended with the off-field chemistry.
I think it's 100%. I mean, we've known each other since we were like 8 years old, so we definitely have a connection out there. I mean, from like that play wasn't really supposed to happen. Like I just kind of it was like a scramble drill, but we just know each other so well that like he worked up the field, and I was like, all right, that's a touchdown. You know, he was wide open. He did the right thing. So, and it's like huge just to have like a real friend out there like that. I know what he's gonna do, like what landmark he's gonna take at all times, because I'm just so close with him. So I think he helps me a lot too, like with the plays if I'm ever struggling, or like the film, what to watch, since has been there longer than me. And yeah, you got to definitely check that podcast out with me and him. It was a good one.
It really was. And it's on Mudcat Media on YouTube. You can also see collaboration videos with the Ole Miss Spirit on YouTube, Ole Miss Spirit, OleMissSpirit.com, and Fleet of On 3. Sign up today for $1. It was really cool. And like I said, I barely know y'all that well, but when I saw you connect with Kev, I'm like, oh, it's Kev, like he was my guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's huge.
As far as have you ever had a football moment come close to that overtime win over Germantown to this point? Is that the best one so far?
100%. Just because we were down 14 and I went in just like, I don't know, the feeling of just like coming back, and like we didn't give up and we just kept going till like the final whistle. Like I didn't even believe we won. Like they called a flag. I was so scared that it was a defensive holding, but I thought they were going to call like ineligible receiver or something. And I was just like so surprised that we won, but it took a minute to kick in, but that was definitely the best moment that I've ever had.
How was the celebration? What was that like all of your family is in Oxford, so it could have been, Chris and Lane were both in Athens preparing for Georgia, but did your phone absolutely blow up after that one?
Yeah, definitely. Through messages to Instagram, it was blowing up. But my sister was in Athens, so it was really just my mom there. So she got to celebrate with me on the field, and me, Kevin, all my friends.
Looking at now how Lane broke it down, did he do the breakdown as a coach with his son, or how did y'all handle that? When he finally got to see the tape, what did he say?
He was just trying to like act like I was one of his quarterbacks, so tell me what I did right and what I did wrong, like check downs if I took good check down. But he was very excited like the game I played, because I had one incompletion, so he was very excited about that, just like being smart with the ball, not forcing it to anything.
That's great, man. Look, there's very few that are better with quarterbacks than your dad. So looking at Ole Miss this weekend, they're going to Oklahoma. You got to go to Georgia and make it in time for the kickoff in Athens? What was it like to see the team and your dad on the field? And also they're going to Oklahoma this weekend. What do you think about that kind of matchup?
It was cool seeing them all on the field. I think we played a really good offensive game, not really defense, but I think we played a good game. But honestly, not a lot of teams put up 35 at Georgia, so that was huge. But next week, I think it'll be a good game. If it might rain, I heard though.
It might. And hey, Oklahoma can't run the ball, and John Mateer just got thumb surgery. I'm just saying that might be a good thing for your Ole Miss Rebels, kid. Knox.
It might. I'm pretty confident about them. I mean, Oklahoma has a really good defense, but I think our offense will do good again. And I think if our defense can get stops, we can win the game.
Who do you think's the best team in college football right now? If you had to pick your national champion favorite?
Ohio State.
Really?
I mean, they just have so much depth and such good players,
As far as evaluating your own game and where you need to improve as you move forward with Oxford High, however many games you start, if you're the starter from here on out, for you, what are you trying to work on to be better, to be the best version of yourself? And what are the areas of improvement for your game specifically?
I think right now what I'm really trying to work on is my IQ and just game experience. I don't have a lot of it, so if I have a lot of IQ when I go in the game, that it will just be perfect, just knowing where the receivers be, where the safeties will drop to, everything like that. But game-wise, like physical attributes, I think I should just need to work on maybe just arm strength, so I can get certain balls in windows, like between two linebackers or anything like that. And I just think I also think I could work on probably accuracy. I think I have good accuracy, but I want to have great accuracy, because you have to have that if you want to play college football.
When did you know that you were going to play quarterback? When did that become your thing? When did you know that this was something that you really wanted to pursue?
I actually was a receiver when I was little, so like till probably about sixth grade, no, fifth grade, and then I don't know, I just kind of could throw it far and run, so I was like, I'm just gonna be a quarterback.
Do you have some hands though? Like if you needed
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
Okay.
100%.
But does Kev got you though? Like if somebody really needed to route up a defensive back,
He might
who's
route
who?
him up, but I think
Okay.
I could catch it. I could make a catch. You know, I got really good one hand catches.
Kev's pretty slick though. I hadn't really watched him until I saw the highlights from your game and stuff like that. As a
Yeah.
wide receiver recruit, what does he do well, and what makes him dynamic and somebody that really has a future in this sport, in your
He
opinion?
really knows the game. Like he's really smart when like on the field he just knows where to go like routes. He's also just like his like 50-50 ball. I think every ball this season he's caught like when you throw it up. I mean he's just like no matter where the ball is underthrown overthrown he's going to catch it. And also just his speed like he's not 4.42 speed but he's still fast, you know, like he can catch it and like he could be gone, but I think it's just all of his attributes are so good that like he's just an all-around receiver. He's not just one speedy receiver or one deep threat. He's just, you know, all together is just going to make a grab, could beat you with speed and has really like smooth routes.
LSU nighttime at Death Valley is just a little bit different. You recently visited there on a recruiting trip. What was that like, Mr. Recruit?
It was cool. It was cool. I just saw like, you know, like all their I didn't really get to do like a facility tour because it was like a game day visit. So like we got to go on like the on the field, you know, pregame, just see all of them warm up, like all the players, you know, like and then we go to our stands and after the game we got to go on the field for a little and get and go in the locker room. Yeah, it was really cool just going out there, like just as a fan, you know, like not when your dad's coaching, just to watch a team from another perspective. I think it was really cool.
All right, where are you going to go next?
I have no clue.
No clue. Come on,
No clue.
Knox. All right. Let's do the recruiting question. You ready? All right. Any other potential visits? I mean, any teams you want to check out? While the season's going on.
No, I'm just focused on my own season right now.
That is a pro's pro of an answer from Knox Kiffin. Check out his podcast, Under the Lights. It's on the Mudcat Media Network in association with the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, and affiliate of On3. I've been Garrett. I'm in the Riverland Roofing Studios. We're powered, of course, by Riverland Roofing, B&A Bank, your hometown friendly neighborhood bank, and also Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group. If you're shopping or looking for new health insurance, the man to talk to is Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group. Call him today at 601-953-8449. That's 601-953-8449. Visit him online at quoteswithdrew.com. That's quoteswithdrew.com. Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group. All right, so break down your upcoming opponent. Who y'all playing on Friday?
Clinton.
Clinton. Are y'all at Clinton or in Oxford?
We're at Clinton and Jackson.
At
Yeah.
Clinton. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a haul, man.
It's far. It's far.
Are y'all busting to that one?
We are, yes. We're not flying.
I don't know with Oxford High, man. I mean, look, y'all can't hide money in Oxford, Mississippi. I'm just saying, y'all could be flying or doing something crazy. They're busting down to Clinton. What's the scout of Clinton, Mr. Quarterback?
They're good. I think they're I want to say 4-3. They're just really quick, you know, they're really fast. They have a good D line. Linebackers are good. I mean, they're just an all-around good team. They're really good coach too. So it'll be a good game.
Do you have any nerves about it? You know what I mean? Like, you're not there yet. It's not Friday, but like this is the first career start at Oxford High, man. That's a notable thing. You got some feelings going into that one?
Yeah, I'm not nervous right now, but I definitely will be the first drive. Just I got to get my jitters out, but I think I'm preparing myself very well. I think I just got to go out there and just play the game like how I do in practice, you know, practice how you play.
You've talked about your relationship with Coach Cutcliffe, Chris Cutcliffe, the son of David, the head coach of Ole Miss, before when you and I talked a month or so ago for a podcast. But like, what's it like? What's it like dealing with him as far as being his quarterback, right? Like the communication and just like what kind of quarterback coach is Chris? Because he seems like to be from Jack Abraham to who they have now and you. He seems to be one of the very best at what he does.
For sure. Just like coming off the sideline after a drive, he'll tell you everything that you missed or that you need to hit, you know, like just what coverages. He's just like he's just so like advanced for high school. Like he's a college coach basically. So he knows everything. So like every week we have a perfect scheme for what defense they're running. So it's like really helpful.
Best high school coach you've had so far?
100%.
Let's go. He's Knox Kiffin. This has been a joint talk of champions under the lights with Knox. I'm Ben at Spirit Ben on Twitter, the Ole Miss Spirit, OMSpirit.com, and affiliate of On3. Thank you all for tuning in today, and for the sponsors, B&A, Riverland Roofing, Drew Mocha, USA Benefits Group. Everything you do is appreciated. Knox, next week we'll have him a guest lined up for Under the Lights. You won't have to listen to stupid old Ginger Shrek too much again. And until then, thank you, my friend. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. All right.